Today, we're going to do something really cool. We're going to go down memory lane. We're going to take a look at one of our Amazon accounts. We're going to show you some of the hits, some of the greatest hits, some of the different items that did really well. We want you to see what kinds of items they are, how much money that we brought in, and we're going to have a general discussion around that and so much more.
All right. So as we dive in here, we're going to take a look at a number of different items, what categories they're in. We're going to take a look at how many units we've actually sold of these items. And we're actually even going to show you exactly how much revenue that we've done with all of these different items and have some further discussions about them as well. All right. So this is the very first item that we're looking at. It's a steel fit brand. It's called Abs of Steel. As Steven had aptly pointed out before we started the video, I have abs of steel, so it's a very fitting product. It absolutely works, and that's why we've sold so many of them. I'm actually the #1 spokesman of Abs of Steel. Wouldn't you know it?
Absolutely,
So
and I'm gonna start using this as well, by the way, because it's definitely a no-brainer if it's working for you. And as you can see, this is actually does have a BSR, so this is actually an active item that's selling right now. And by the way, just a quick disclaimer: we're not necessarily saying you should go and sell any or all of these. We're simply showing you the different items that we've actually sold over the past. And so this one here, would I be right in saying, Mike, that this one it's a cream? And this is an item that was the best item you've ever done on in the account, or what do you think?
yeah, so this is actually by volume, by sales revenue, and by units, the most amount that we've ever sold of one single item. And so this item is something that we had sold for a couple of years over, and we had actually secured from a supplier that we'd been working with previously, and we'd actually been purchasing workout supplements from them. And so we basically found them by searching up other brands of workout supplements. We opened up an account with them and started working with them. They had then brought on this Steel Fit brand and had a range of different items. We actually sold upwards of probably 6 to 8 different SKUs or items from this one supplier. Unfortunately, the supplier ended up getting rid of the brand and no longer sells this brand. And so we weren't able to continue to get access to it. So unfortunately, we aren't selling it on our store anymore, but it was a fantastic, as you're going to see, product for us at one point in time. All right. So we can see coming unblurred here, we have our Steel Fit Abs of Steel. We actually sold 2,157 units of this product. We did a whopping 89, nearly $90,000 with just this one single SKU.
Well, how long would you say that was over? A couple of years, months, just for anybody that's wondering?
Yeah, I would say it was probably anywhere in the neighborhood about 15 to 18 months.
Yeah, right. So that's just an example. Again, not saying this is what you're going to do or anything for you watching the video today. This is what we did with this one item, and it's the best one that's ever been in the account. And so again, that's just to give you a feeling for wow, like if that's the best, then it can set your expectation levels. So that's item one. Let's go on now and look at item number two.
Item number 2 is a Rainbow Light branded Women's One multivitamin. And so this product you can see is currently unavailable right now. This would be an example of a product that is currently sold out. For us and for our supplier, we're unable to get the product anymore, and it's actually being discontinued as we speak. So the last sellers that are going to be restocking here soon will have the last little bit of supply of this product, and then it will soon be no more, unfortunately for us.
Is there an additional strategy or an idea there, Mike, around items that are going to go out that are going to no longer be a thing anymore?
Yeah, so absolutely. One of our favorite things to do with our suppliers is stay up to date with them regularly and talk about the different items that are going to be going out of stock and we can no longer get in the future. And oftentimes we have the opportunity to purchase an extra amount of these items and usually at a discounted rate. So we actually did that with this specific item. We sold out of all of the units before everybody else, which was great. We got all of our revenue and our profits out of it. and we're going to move on to the next products. All right, so coming unblurred again, we see here we have the Rainbow Light Women's One multivitamin. So we actually sold 916 units of this over the period of about 2 years for this product.
Yeah.
And that totaled $47,500 in total sales.
Because this was technically like a closeout item, other one maybe wasn't a closeout as such, it was just we couldn't get access anymore. Would I be right in saying that the profit margins on these kinds of items would have been a little bit different, or would have been quite similar? And if so, we can just give an approximate range for anybody watching today. What would the expectation of profits be on something like these as well?
This was an item for us because we sold it for nearly 2 years
Yeah.
within the account. That was a regular item and then did become a
Yeah.
discontinued item. So we did have a pretty regular profit margin, anywhere in that 13 to 15% on average. And then whenever it came to discount or closeout time, we got anywhere from about 16 to 18% with price fluctuations. So a bit of a better deal on this product, and overall a home run for us.
Yeah, and again, the other thing I'll point your attention to is the fact that the units sold as well over that period of time. With this model, as you know, we're able to buy in decent bulk, which you're seeing here. There was a decent bulk of sales as well. And that gives us a really nice piece of consistency. And obviously, if we're looking, say, the reselling model, for instance, which is a close relation to our wholesale model, you just don't have that same supply as we would here. So you're starting to see that as well, which I think is great. But anyway, enough said. Let's move on to item number 3. And maybe now at this item number 3, you might start to see a little bit of a trend.
So as we can see, Buns of Steel, this is another type of toning cream that ladies can use on, cellulite, stretch marks, those types of things.
Yeah.
So again, very similar to the other products, same brand. This is another product that as you can see, is actively being sold. There's a seller in it. Same situation with this brand where we're no longer able to get the brand from our current supplier. So let's pop in and see how we did with our Buns of Steel. So as we can see a little bit further down the screen, coming unblurred now, we have our Buns of Steel. We actually sold 834 units of this item for a total sales of $32,200 in total sales.
This item here, it's still selling to this day as well. So let's just 1 sec, we'll jump back over and have a quick look and see what's it even doing now, just to give you the feel of like the longevity in some of these items.
So for that, what we're going to do is we're going to use our tool called Hero Launchpad, and we're actually going to use the Hero Launchpad scanner. And so what this is going to do is this is going to load up and it's going to tell us what the monthly units of this item are and how many dollars per month that it actually sells in revenue. So as you can see, it's about 102 monthly units sold, about $3,400 in revenue sold over the entire listing throughout all of the products. So we sold this product when it was selling a little bit better than it is now. We sold it for about the same 15 to 18 months as the Abs of Steel, and we were able to get north of 800 units. So just to say, there's still some great opportunity in this product. If any of you wanted to go out, find it, and actually get involved.
Can you cast your mind back to whenever this was something we were selling in the account? And could you remember what percentage of the total sales were you say we were roughly making on something like this? Would it have been 50% of the sales, 20% of the sales, just to try to give a feeling for what was happening whenever this was operating at a high level for us?
Yeah, and so to do that, let's take a look a little bit of what's happening right now. And so what we're able to see is that there are still a number of sellers, and whenever we were selling, it probably would have been in that 15 to 20% range of the actual sales. And so as we can see here, there's a number of different sellers on the listing with varying amounts of different units. But the big thing is the competitive pricing. So as we can see, there's probably about 4, 5, maybe 6 different sellers that are all kind of in that similar price range. And so these are going to be the ones that are competing for that buy box, that are going to be the ones that are actively selling. And these are ultimately going to be our competition. So if we were on this listing now, we'd probably be somewhere in that 15 to 20% of total
Cool.
sales range as well. All right. So the next item, we're actually going to start here, take a look at this item, see how we actually did, and then go back and take a look at the item on Amazon. So this one coming unblurred now, a NeoCell Super Collagen, actually a 2-pack of items. We actually sold 734 units of this product for a total of $32,200 in sales. So let's pop in and let's take a look at this product on Amazon. Wow. Actually, right now it says, sorry, could not find that page. Cute little dog. Thank you, Cyrus, for letting us know. So this product was actually another product that was discontinued by the manufacturer. So we actually did, again, order the last little bunch of this item, sold it through on our account, and it is something that is no longer available. So similar to where we were talking before, another huge opportunity to be able to get some additional discounts and deals by working with your supplier on products that are no longer going to be available in the future.
So, if you've been watching, you might have seen a little bit of a trend here. If so, put it down to the comments. Now, let's talk about it, Mike. So, there was a trend with many of these different items. Did that mean, obviously, we just covered a few different highlights. That didn't mean that these were the only types of items that you sold, right? Because actually, we do have another example we're going to share of a completely different item as well. But let's talk about the fact that there was a thread running through the different items that were sold in this account. Is that a good thing, bad thing? Is that what people should be looking to do?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you pop down in the comments and you said anything along the lines of category, supplements, vitamins, that type of thing, you
Yeah.
totally would have been right because we sell a lot of different of those types of items. And I actually look at it as a good thing. We're going to take a look at some other items because we do sell all different types of items. But actually in this business, it doesn't have to be that you're working with, dozens of different suppliers and that you're selling every single product under the sun. The incredible thing about this is we get to work with just a small handful of suppliers that supply us a lot of very similar products that we're able to go out with a low amount of effort, source from them and sell. So we do end up with a lot of trends of types of products that we just end up selling a lot of. And I look at that as actually a very positive thing.
Absolutely. So we're going to give you one final bonus product, and that's going to be it for today's video.
All right. So next product we're looking at is a Shark, very well-known brand, cordless handheld vacuum. This one was actually a nice story because we met this supplier at a trade show that we went to, built a great relationship, and we're able to purchase a number of different products from them. So let's pop over, take a look. This is an actively selling product. You can see it's being sold for about $90 right now. Let's take a look at how we did, how many units we sold of this product. So as we can see, we have our Shark cordless vacuum. We sold 169 units of this product for a total of $16,775. So as we can see, a little bit of a different category. We do sell a variety of different items from different suppliers. So we'll do one more bonus. Let's pop in, take a look at one last product for you all before we wrap up today's video. So popping back into our sales, we had for the Wiggles Toys Rock-A-Bear, 422 of these bad boys we sold, $18,600 in revenue in the toy category. Those kids absolutely love their Wiggles.
All right. So look, we hope you enjoyed this video. Give you a bit of an insight into what an Amazon business can look like, the kinds of revenue that items can do. We say can because we don't know what your business is going to do. We hope it's going to do well, if not better than this, but it just gives you a feel for what we've done with a variety of different items and different niches, and you're seeing the kinds of revenues are brought in. So hope you enjoyed it. Give it a like, get into the comments as well, give us a little hashtag value, and we'll see you in the next one.